everyone. Today I'm going to create a look from Finding Nemo the Musical. It's called the Sewer Treatment Plant, which is also kind of like the bit of the reunion. And if you want to know a little bit more about me, my YouTuber name is Megan Roseful, and we're going to get started. The first thing you're going to want to do is apply your brush, have your brush and apply with this kind of concealer, which this concealer I've had since May 29th, so you can add a little bit of it on your eyes and your face. So what you're gonna do, you're gonna have to put a little dab of it on there in your palm of your hand and put a little concealer on your eye, because you don't want to put too much concealer on your eyes, because if you put too much concealer, then your makeup is gonna turn out messy. So put a little bit on your face, especially if you have pimply areas, kind of like me. And you want to put a little bit more on there, but not too much of it on there, otherwise it will go worse. Because my best makeup tip to you guys, do not cake up your whole face with makeup, because if you do, then it's gonna look pretty nasty, and yeah, you do not want your face to go like this. I can tell Brooke is laughing at me. But she's good. She's a cool sister. And you may want to put a little one more coat on there in case that you don't get all of your areas on your face, because it can look a little bit nasty and everything. And stupid hair. And your hair may want to be pintailed back, and you want to make sure it's not all in the way of grease or anything like that. So okay, and now that's done. Whoops. Sorry, my bad. Ow! Okay, so after you apply your concealer, also your foundation, the next step you're going to want to do is apply your eyeshadow, which you could choose from many of these colors right here. The first step I'm going to do is, sorry, I'm kind of running out of, my brushes are kind of all used up. And what you want to do, you want to start with a little bit of a light color, like how I'm doing. If you want, you can put a second coat of this light color, because it's kind of easy. So do a little bit like that on one eye, and make sure you do the same with the other eye, but this time make sure you don't cake your whole lid, because you want to be able to have room for the orange and everything else. Okay, and the next thing, what you're gonna do, you're gonna add a little bit of blue on one eyelid, which is like this. And the other thing you want to do is you want to apply this kind of color. Okay, and after that you want to apply a little bit of the Nemo kind of eyeshadow color, which I apologize since you can't see my face, because I don't have any contacts. I wear glasses, so I apologize. So what you want to do, you want to put a little bit on the bottom, so it'll turn out like, you know, the real Marlin and Nemo. If you want, you can put a little more on, which you can apply it like that at the bottom, so one eye will be like that. And do the same with the other eye, except this time make sure that you don't get it all over anywhere except your eyelashes, because if you do, then your eyelashes are going to get pretty messed up and everything, and it's not much of a pretty picture. Okay, so like after you do the Nemo and Marlin part, the one part you're going to have to try to do is put on the sewer treatment pipe slide that Nemo, the puppeteer actor who plays Nemo, which it could be a boy or a girl, which has the sort of treatment pipe look. And what you want to do is apply a little bit of that. If you want, you can add a little more. Oops, wrong eye. And then the next part you're gonna want to do is you want to create the ramp where Marlin is standing off on the ramp before Nemo comes down the drainage pipe. And what you want to do, you want to add a little bit, like right here, kind of give it a little bit of an outstanding kind of rampy ocean look. And you're going to want to make sure you don't put a lot of this kind of color on, otherwise it could turn out really ugly in the end. And since it's kind of like the Finding Nemo musical kind of thing, the other part you may want to do is you want to put a little bit up just below the above brow line to give it more like the official puppeteer and actor look for Finding Nemo, the musical in Walt Disney World. Wrong eye. And you're gonna want to apply a bit of this more on top of the below the brow line part, because it can look a little bit nasty and everything. But if you want to do a little bit more of a second coat, just make sure you don't put like too much over the ramp look. And that's part of my eyeshadow, and I'm not gonna do like my whole makeover face and everything. So yeah, like after that you want to start putting on some foundation on, or like powdered, wherever you get your makeup, either at Walmart or any other that kind of stuff. You want to put some on your part of your upper lip and at the bottom of your chin. Make sure you put not too much of it, because like my sister said, put too much on it, you'll look like a ghost. No offense to Brooke. Although I'm not exactly sure which one of my sisters said it, but no offense to them. And you may want to put a little bit on your forehead in case you have like those hard to reach pimples areas. And after you do your foundation, you may want to put a bit of your blush on, which if you have a different kind of colored blush, which that'll work. It really depends on your tone of your skin. Sorry if I get Brooke's webcam lens a little dirty. And you apply it to one cheek, and do the same with the other cheek, but this time in an up and down slower motion. And if you want, you could put a little bit on your upper lip or at the bottom of your chin, which I highly recommend you do it on part for both, because it can reduce much of the stress of your pimples, of whatever you, on how, depends on how bad you break out, which I don't, and a little bit more, and that completes the blush look. Now what you want to do, you want to put some lip gloss on, which you're not going to have to put too much, like this kind of color I put on